Enjoy this Speaking of Things Shorts episode.
Speaking of things.
Speaking of things,
What is it?
are you not sure what we're doing?
Tell them what it's about.
It's going to be about some things.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, let's just roll the episode.
Got it. Can I ask you, speaking of things, and has nothing to do with what you were just talking about, but speaking of how you handle things.
Usually poorly.
Yeah, that's a given. So on a very distant, unrecorded session, we did talk about this a little bit.
Uh-oh.
But I don't think it's been on the recorded podcast regarding how you handle the world of telemarketers. And
Yeah.
you have a special approach. I use the word special as loosely as I can possibly use that word. Some might call it disturbing, psycho, just not normal behavior.
Yeah.
But you embrace that behavior.
I do.
If you could just potentially walk us through a day in the life of you receiving a call from a telemarketer, let's say, I don't know, let's say they're trying to sell you something. How do you handle that situation?
Yeah. So,
I'm going to preface by saying you handle it poorly, but you give your version of it.
yeah, I would say I don't handle it poorly. I would say that I handle it pretty well.
It's a perspective thing.
And I would say now it's not so much of even the phone calls. It's
Oh, the stupid text.
the text, because really you can waste some time.
I mean, not just their time, but do you feel your time is wasted when you engage in this?
Absolutely not.
No, okay.
I have a little bit, I just answer them when I have some downtime.
If you could help viewers understand how you address these types of texts.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, I can read one of them.
You got one at the ready. Look
I
at
got
you.
one at the ready. So
Can I get a beer for this?
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a beer right now. You're going to hear a little refrigerator and some noise, but it's okay. It's just me getting a beer.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk through it.
Go ahead.
So
I'm listening. Go ahead. Do you want a beer?
So no,
All right.
I'll take a beer.
All right. Here it comes. We're keeping all that too. All right. We're going to open a beer.
Thank
Here
you.
we go. And give it to me.
So get a text from this phone number, 240-363-4624. Feel free to mess with these people. Our tens of listeners are going to just,
Woo!
yeah.
Hammering them.
In case I said it too fast, I got a text from 240-363-4624.
Got it.
It says, "Hi, David, I'm Alan, and I'm checking out properties in the area. If you're wanting to liquidate, let's hop on a call. What's the best time for you? Reply N to unsubscribe."
Yeah, but he used your first name, though.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And so I just responded, "We have 2 more seats."
What? What is that?
So I make it very clear from the get-go that I am about to F with you.
Oh,
So if they continue to engage, it's at their own peril.
Okay. So you give them, that's sort of like their get out of jail free card. Like, oh, this guy's being a joker. He's
Right.
nonsense.
Yeah. They reply with the thumbs up emoji.
Ooh.
Yeah. So a month goes by. They say, "Hey, David, checking out again about your address. Have you thought about selling it?" I said, "Oh, snap. I just sold it. I do have a piece of shit house down the street you could buy."
I love that you exclaimed, "Oh, snap." That was not part of the story that we were saying, "Oh, snap, cold snap." But "Oh, snap" was really your, your response.
Yeah, that was my legit response. I'm reading.
"Oh,
verbatim.
snap, I already sold it,
Yeah.
but I have a piece of..."
The piece of shit house down the street you could buy.
Fantastic. So he's like, hook, line, and sinker. I got me one now.
Yeah. I put POS in there. So
Oh, you did? Oh, you didn't
yeah,
spell
I didn't
that.
want to offend him.
So you wanted to come off more professional.
Yeah. So He replies, can I ask for the address so I can look it up? So then I give him an address.
Legit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Like in your neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
You gave him an address in your neighborhood?
Yeah. It's an abandoned house.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
I know it's an abandoned house. Yeah.
Okay. Because you live in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I gave him the address and I said, would you be interested in the basement as well? I'd have to sell that separately. He replies, why would be the basement sold separately? Do you know the owner of this house? I simply replied, outside stairwell access.
So again, you're giving him the get out of jail free card. Like, okay, you can unplug this conversation that's going nowhere.
Yeah.
So he's done with you, right?
No.
Oh.
He replies, okay, we can buy it as a whole house. How much is the total? I reply, well, just the house, $40K, basement, $12.5K. If you wanted it as a package deal, probably looking at $325K.
Those numbers add up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he says, okay, we can make that work.
What?
Yeah.
We can make that work.
I reply, together or separate? He says, do you have time to talk about the condition of the property over the phone? So this is where I don't want to waste my time on the phone with him. So I replied, I'm older and can't hear well. Text is best.
Now you sort of gotten a little credibility back. Like, oh, so I'm dealing with an older guy. He says some weird stuff, but he's willing to work with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I don't hear from him. He doesn't text me. So the next day, another spammer has contacted me. So I say 443-482-8520. Call me here. My secretary will answer and she can tell me what you're saying. I've had other offers on the basement over the weekend. So actually it was the weekend.
Oh, wait. Whose number?
That's another spammer.
Oh, okay.
So I've given them the spammer's number, another spammer's number.
Gotcha.
He said, let me give you a quick ring from my office line real quick to chat a bit more. And then he gives me his office number, 240-226-3273.
Now, you want me to beep out all these?
Oh, no.
Okay. Got it.
Just let it roll. I said, okay, I'll look forward to it. Price on the basement has gone up due to demand over the weekend.
Of course.
Yeah. Supply and demand.
Basements, I've always said basements are sold on the weekends.
He said, okay, how much is the current price for the basement and the upper level?
How can you even type that to a human being? What do you think is happening? Nonsense.
So, I said, so wait, you don't want the first floor? That's going to be hard to split. He replies, I mean, we'll take the first floor. I'm asking how much is the total price for the whole property since the basement price went up.
Oh, my God.
I said, well, just the house is $14K. Basement $35K now. If you want it as a package deal, probably looking at $385K. Unless you want to do cash, then I could do $405K.
Gotta love those cash deals.
He said, that's such a Baltimore thing to say. He said, thank you for letting me know. In case you know anyone interested in selling, we offer incentives. If anyone pops up, please let me know. I reply, so you're not interested? He replies, I'll think about it. And then a few months go by.
Months?
Hey, checking out about the property again.
For real? What? They're
Yeah.
waiting months in between these texts?
Yeah. And he gives my actual address again. And I was like, do you mean? And then I give the abandoned property address.
Oh, so they have your legit name, at least your first name, and they have your real address.
Yeah. And they reply no. And they say my address again. And I was like, bro, I don't own that property.
Bro.
And then the conversation stopped. So,
it stopped. Well,
yeah. I mean, I have some others. Maybe we save for a future episode, but also like on the phone. I've keep them on the phone as long as I can. Just going around and around. I've actually had one there again. I tried to take out like a $2 million loan.
what?
Yeah, and it like months went by, and they called me back because I hadn't sent them the application paperwork. And I had forgotten like all of the things that I told them, like who I was, because I gave a fake name and everything. And the great thing is, if you ask the right questions, they will give you back the information you gave them. So then I was able to remember the character I gave them and what I told them, so I could keep the story going.
Give me an example. What do you mean if you're asking the right
Yeah.
question?
So I had told them on the original call, they called and they wanted to give me like some $50,000 loan or something. And I was like, oh, actually, I'm a farmer and I'm trying to buy the farm next door. I need about $2 million.
Woo.
Yeah.
You just jumped right in the deep end of the pool, and you're like,
I did. And so then they started asking me like about what crops I, farm and blah, 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 and my profit and loss statements. And I just make stuff up. And like, well, can you email that over to us? And I'm like, no, I don't use email. I was like, what's your mailing address? I'll mail it to you. And of course, they don't want to give their mailing address, So we go back and forth. And I was like, fine, I'll get my nephew or something to email it to you. Because they've now approved me for a $2 million loan to buy the farm next door to me.
man, you are in Scamville, but this is a scam on the scammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, I had them on the phone for like 30 minutes because I was just in the car. So I had nothing better to do. And,
all right.
and so like months, and I gave them a name like Johnson Davis or something,
Generic.
Yeah, some generic name.
Yeah.
Because, too, they always call and they have your name. But if you tell them, oh, no, my name's Johnson, they just go with it.
It's like, oh, cool.
Okay. We got somebody to pick up.
That's all they care about.
So months later, they call back and they're like, hey, we never received your loan application. We've been holding this $2 million loan for you.
Yeah, that's how it works. They just sit there and hold it.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, my goodness, I'm so glad you called. Like, I couldn't figure out how to PDF it over. I think you talked to my nephew last time. And who did he tell you owns the property? And then they gave me the name
Oh, my
back. And then I just picked up and kept going.
This is like a hobby for you. This is a source of entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It is a big source of entertainment.
Well, I noticed as you were recounting the story, you're reading from your phone. So these are good enough that you're like, oh, I'm keeping these.
Yeah.
And this, you're in it for the long game. Months in between.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to say about that. I don't know if I'm impressed or scared of you right now.
I mean, I feel like if I'm wasting their time, that's less time that they can actually prey on people who might fall for that.
So you're doing a public service.
I really am.
Look at you.
Yeah. At no cost to the public.
And you have or have not been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Best of my knowledge, have not.
Weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll ask our viewers to email.
I mean, I've done slightly more than nothing, and that's what Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize for.
Oh.
We should probably edit that.
Well, there you go. Lost another, how many people listening?
Hopefully not half of our tags. Yeah, let's take that part out.
Okay.
All spammers mentioned in this cast contacted Tim and Dave on their own volition. Don't fall for textual or telephonic scammers. We are actually serious. If you or someone you know has been a victim of scamming, don't fall for it twice. Future episodes can be heard at a future date. Until next time, keep those emails coming at speak2sot@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.